Okay. And basically, our call tonight is about maximizing your sales during the holiday season, but also about balancing your life and family with this busy holiday season. We know that it can get crazy this time of year with everything we've got going on. So we wanted to take some time this evening to talk to you all about balancing all of those different things that you have going on in your life, but still making some really fabulous money to help you have a debt-free holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a screen share here and get the PowerPoint up. Let me know when y'all see it. Do you see it yet?
Yes, it's not in presentation mode yet, but
right.
We see your screen.
Perfect. I will move it to presentation mode now. There we go. All right.
Perfect. No.
I don't see all of you. I was going to ask for you to raise your hands if you were excited about the holidays and everything that we have coming with the business.
Yes.
Good job, Mary. She figured out how to use it. Raise her hand. Yes, I'm excited too. So the first thing that we wanted to talk about was balance. And balance is so important in our lives. Beth, we haven't talked about who's going to talk about what, so we'll just tag team it like we always do if that works for you.
Yeah, of course. And we're good like that.
We are good like that. So balance, y'all, I don't know about you, but this is one of the things that I struggle with the most with my business. The balance between my family and all the things that I want to do and being a rock star in my business and a good leader at the same time. So it's really important that we do figure out where that balance is so that everybody knows. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we're going to do that this holiday season. So if you're like me, if things are way out of balance, you're very stressed. So finding that balance between your family and your business can be pretty tricky sometimes, especially around the holidays when your children are around out of school or your husband is around more than often. Like my husband's here tonight. He works out of town most of the time. And so it's always a little more tricky for me when he's home. So I've asked him to please let me know when he plans to stay home so that I am able to better schedule my business around that. It really messes up our regular routine when things are thrown off from what we're used to. So having our children home or our family around when we're not expecting it can really mess things up and kind of mess with your regular activities, and it becomes really stressful, right? Oh yeah.
It does. It does. Anytime, for me, anytime I am out of routine, it just throws me off balance. Like even when we had the hurricane and the kids were off of school for like something ridiculous, 11 days straight or something, I was like, I can't focus because I mean, it's just, y'all need to leave. You need to get out of my house. I love you, but get out. And it gets like that by the end of Christmas break as well, because that's a long time, you guys. I have teenagers. They travel in packs. There's always a bunch of them in my house. Like, it's just too much. So, yeah, you need to know ahead of time that your schedule is going to be a little off and kind of make concessions for that. And I mean, with, Christmas cutoff being December 11th, it's like, okay, well, we can ramp down a little bit. We're not quite as busy, right? After Christmas cutoff, we have a little time. So, I mean, in that regard, it's a perfect time to have all these extra intrusions and such in your life. But just because Christmas cutoff hits doesn't mean you get to take the rest of the year off, because there's still things you need to be doing for your business, and we're going to talk about some of that. So you need to figure out when you're fitting that in, along with fitting in your family stuff as well.
Absolutely. So finding balance. Finding the balance in our lives is about making choices. What is most important to you? And I know for me, that time with my family is absolutely most important. So today, I knew that my schedule was going to be a little different than normal. So I actually went through my to-do list and pulled off the things that were top priority that had to get done today, because the other things could wait till tomorrow. So the most important thing for me this evening was making sure that I was able to spend a couple of hours with my husband and my son before our call tonight, to fix dinner and spend that time with them. So I knew that I was going to have to adjust my schedule from what it normally would have been tonight, because of that, because that is what is most important. So thinking about what makes you happy and fills your cup. Do you enjoy exercising? Is it doing your daily devotional? Is that a must? Do you love story time with your children at night before they go to bed? Is it the time on Thursday night that you get to go have girls' night out with your girlfriends? Is that priority for you? Is it imperative that you have a date night with your husband every week? Do you want to make sure that you're at every single one of your children's sporting events? Do you feel stressed when you don't devote time to your business regularly? Now that you've had a little bit of time to think about those things and to kind of get those into your mind, I want you to write down, keep these notes for yourself. What are those things that are most important? And think about what's going to make you feel a little bit more balanced. For me, having that time with my family is very important, but I know if I get behind in my business stuff, I'm going to be stressed out and I'm not going to be enjoying the time with my family. So what I did today by doing the most important things and getting those off of my plate took the stress out of knowing that I was going to be spending a couple of hours with the family in the evening. How does that work out for you, Beth?
Well, I mean, I don't know what I would do without my to-do list, because I feel like even just having that brain dump of knowing here's all the things that need to get done, even if I don't get to them all when I necessarily thought I would, even if I don't get everything I thought I would get done today done, just having it all on paper eases a lot of that stress for me, because I know I'm not forgetting about something. I might be putting it off, but I'm not forgetting about it. So that is super important to me. And I mean, every time you cross something off, it's such a good feeling. Yeah. I love it. So, Marika and I, we've talked about, we were bullet journalers for a long time, before this new planner. So we're adjusting to writing it. For me, it's a little bit different because I'm writing things into a specific day in the weekly view. And sometimes I'm jumping ahead. I might have put something on next Thursday, but I have 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah. Do you love it? But everything gets brain dumped. So like all this stuff is written down. So I know I'm not letting anything slip through the cracks. And I know I'm going to eventually get it all done by the time it needs to be done.
And one of the keys to this bullet journaling thing for us, writing down our daily list, is it allows us to get it out of our minds and onto the paper so that we don't forget about it. How many of you are sitting there with your mind just absolutely reeling all day long? I've got to do this. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to forget to do this. But if you write it down, you don't forget it. It takes that stress off of you and takes it away so that you're able to focus on the things that you are going to be working on for the day. And for me, I star those things that are most important to get done each day, because I know that sometimes it's not possible to get it all done. And that way I'm prioritizing what has to get done.
Yeah, I don't do that because, I mean, it's going to get done. Yeah. If it has a deadline, I'm going to get it done by the deadline. Like, I don't doubt that ever. So I just, check things off as they get done. And what I've started doing with this particular planner is, so I'm writing my tasks in the weekly view, which I think you are as well. And so at the top where it says like 22nd Sunday, 23rd Monday, once I've gotten all the tasks done that were listed for that day, I'm putting a check mark next to the date. So I know I don't need to keep looking at that column, because I might have things from a few days ago. There might still be one like lingering. And if there's no check mark, I know I need to keep going back to it.
Yeah. And see, I'm still working on transitioning to that new calendar because mine didn't come in until Friday. I didn't even see it until Friday. So I'm still learning.
Wow.
But this right here, ladies, will really help to put a little more in perspective for you. We're going to send this out to you all after our call tonight. This is a life wheel. This is where you really figure out where your life is in balance and out of balance so that you are able to better balance the things that need to be balanced. So where is your life off balance? There are 8 sections to this life wheel that represent the 8 aspects of your life. Seeing the center of the wheel as 1, and then the outer edge is 10. And then you're going to rank your areas from 1 to 10 by coloring in each section. The new perimeter represents the wheel of life. And this is a really neat thing for helping you to be able to see exactly where you need to put a little more focus. I know sometimes for me, the social fun is kind of missing out. And I spend a lot of time focusing on my business and my family, but not so much on me and my social fun. So that needs a little more help oftentimes. I know, Beth, you do the life wheel, or have done this life wheel before in the past too. And it really does help to center you, doesn't it?
It does. And one thing to keep in mind is you should revisit this frequently because your answers will change over time. If you start going to the gym, you start feeling better about your health and your self-care, that number might go up, but you need to make sure at the same time to revisit that you're not letting another area slide because you're spending more time at the gym. So you're not letting your social and fun slide because you're working out 3 hours a day. So you want to ideally keep all of this in balance because you're just going to be a more well-rounded, happier person. Trust me, I've been off balance before and it sucks and it just doesn't feel right. So
absolutely. So making the road less bumpy. I've learned that planning is the key to keeping us in balance and to getting things done every day. And it's much more important to me to get those things done so that I'm less stressed. So I have everything scheduled. I have my daily devotional scheduled. I have my time to exercise scheduled. I have my time to fix dinner. So I knew today that I needed to leave my house by 3:30 so I could run and do the errands that I needed to do. So I would be back home by 5 o'clock so that I could fix dinner from 5 to 6 so that we would be able to eat. So I literally have that on my schedule. My husband says, so you're going out today. What time are you going out? I'm going to be leaving about 3:30 so that I can make sure that I'm back in time. So I know where my time is falling. When I'm going to be working and when my family time is. I don't think that yours is quite that structured. The difference between Beth and I is that my time with my husband is a lot less because he's only here at certain times. So when he is here, I try to put priority on that family time with him. So, and my son is only with me Monday through Friday. He leaves Friday morning and doesn't come back till Sunday night. So the time with my family, I know that I have to work around a little bit differently than some other people do. All right. So this is that calendar thing. Y'all have probably heard us talk about this in the past, and it kind of goes back to that setting aside the daily time. Beth, do you want to talk about this one a little bit?
Oh, it just finally came up. Yes, absolutely. So I do have the planner with 31, which I'm primarily using as tasks and to track my parties and all that stuff. But I still do keep a digital calendar through my Outlook that syncs to my phone and my iPad. And I've always, when do you not have your phone on you? I just check to make sure. I do have my phone on me. I thought I left it upstairs. So I always have my calendar accessible. And my family all has their calendars, and I will invite them to events that are relevant to them so that they know if I'm not going to be home or if like my kids have dentist appointments tomorrow, it's on their calendar. They know it. I'm picking them up early from school and all that sort of thing. And I am really, really big on color coding because I want to be able to see at a glance that, oh, I've got a whole lot of purple. That means I'm working in my office, doing whatever, or I've got a whole lot of green, that's parties and vendor events. And that way, it's kind of like writing everything down as far as tasks. If I can see at a glance what color something is and what's happening, then I feel less like I'm forgetting something. So it's just to keep me sane because apparently I'm a crazy person and I need colors and lists and dots and all this stuff in my life in order to keep everything rolling right along. So if you have certain things going on in your life, whether you do, this digital thing like I do, or maybe you have a family calendar hanging on the fridge, it's important that your husband or your kids or your significant other or whoever is part of your day-to-day life in your family, it's important that they know when you're not going to be available. So if you've got a party on Saturday at 5 o'clock, they need to know that, so that they know, okay, well, you're not taking the kids to an event at 6 because you're going to be at a party. And making sure that that stuff is all like very clearly spelled out avoids a lot of confusion and hassle in the long run, because then nobody's scrambling last minute. And we have a lot of those conversations. My kids are teens, but they don't yet drive. My son has his learners. He just got his car this weekend. So we're so close to him getting to do all my stuff for me, which is very exciting. But as of right now, they are still reliant on myself or their dad to haul them around and take them wherever and drop them at friends and that sort of thing. So they need to know if I'm unavailable for 6 hours, I'm off at a vendor event, then my husband needs to know that he's on deck for all of that. So I try to make sure that we really clearly communicate. And same thing if he's traveling or, got whatever going on, we put stuff on the calendar as far out as we know it so that we don't overbook ourselves. Because if I know he's out of town, he's got a race coming up in South Florida, he'll be gone for like 4 or 5 days. And that's been on my calendar for months, because I know, okay, well, it's me. If there's any kid hauling to be done, it's me. So I need to be very conscious of the fact that I can't schedule anything if I know that we've got, kid stuff happening at the same time. So it's just all about communication and coordination with everybody in the household.
Absolutely. I use a very similar thing. My husband has a band calendar for telling us when the band is going to be out of town, and I actually have all my parties on the calendar. I have a separate calendar for this little dude. His is blue so that we know where he's at, and I've actually started putting it on his phone. He got a phone last year, and so I'm actually teaching him now how to use that calendar so that he'll be able to know what's going on and keep up with things as well. So, all right, so that is a little bit about how you're going to set your time aside and prioritize. I even actually schedule things like Beth was talking about. I even actually schedule things like when I'm going to make my Hostess packets so that I know when those are going to be finished. They're actually on my calendar to make and prepare Hostess packets for the next month, starting the 15th of the month before, so that I know that I'm going to have all of that stuff taken care of and then not be scrambling the first week of the month. So kind of preparing in advance really helps. So it's one of the things that we're going to talk about when we talk about these holiday sales, maximizing those holiday sales. I want you to be thinking about how many parties you want to do in the month of November and December. How are you going to book parties for the new year? So are you going to put a plan in place that's going to allow you the opportunity to be able to book parties for January, February, and March? Maybe you're going to do a customer appreciation or something like that. How are you going to let your customers know that you have some of the most amazing gift options out there? I mean, 31 truly does have the best gifts. So how do you plan to let them know that? How do you do this all and still have time for your family? So those are some of the things that we're going to continue to talk about. So home parties. How many home parties do you want to do? And how are you going to book them? So for me, during the month of December, I do not want to do as many home parties as I typically do because I know I'm going to be out of town for a while. And I also know that we have Thanksgiving coming up, and that's going to be a family time. Grayson will be out of school for a few days, and I'll have family in. So because I'm not going to be doing 8 home parties, I need to figure out a way that I'm going to be able to still have the sales that I need to have in order to get the paycheck that I need, right? So I am looking at doing a couple of other things. And one of those things that I'm looking at doing is a turkey trot. So we'll talk to you all a little bit more about that in a little bit. And how are we going to book them, right? How do you find your top customers and hostesses? Have you ever used your email activity report to actually look at who is, well, we can't actually use our email activity report right now, can we? Because our email is still mixed. No, forget that. Let's just talk about going into your back office and pulling a customer list and sorting it by sales. There are different ways that you can use your back office to pull your customers. It will actually tell you the last time they purchased, how much they spent. If you go into your order history, you can sort the order history for a full year, and then you can look at customer, and then you can download that into an Excel spreadsheet and see exactly how much each customer is spending with you. That's a great way for you to be able to identify your top customers so that you'll know who to ask to host parties. You can see which hostesses have had the largest parties, which customers are purchasing the most. And then that'll give you the opportunity to be able to ask them to help out. Ask them if they're interested. Grayson, you're going to have to stop doing that. No. I'm tired. Beth, would you mind taking over for just a second?
Sure.
Sorry.
So hopefully you guys all have a Facebook customer group for your customers, your potential customers, your previous party guests, all that sort of thing. That is a great resource to mine for getting bookings, especially this time of year, because everybody's already thinking shopping anyway. So why not shop with you? And we have all those great online exclusives. The little glittery clutch, OMG, it's the stinking cutest thing ever. Everybody needs to own that. I mean, it's a little pricey, but we all need to own one anyway. They're so cute. And everybody needs that for New Year's. So that's a great item that people could pick up as a half price when they host, if they don't want to spend money on it. Pick up with their hostess credit, that sort of thing. So definitely ask people in your customer group, hey, who's interested in getting some free Christmas shopping done. And we're going to talk about Turkey Trot, but that's another great place to find people for your Turkey Trot is within your group as well. Vendor events are huge down here this time of year. I'm sure they are up near you guys as well. I've got another one this weekend and another one the weekend after that. And I am definitely going to be focusing on getting some November bookings off of those and early December bookings off of those, or even Facebook party bookings off of those. I'm good with either one. And networking, if you guys attend networking groups, that can be a great resource because other women in business love our products. Zip Top Utility, Fold and File, Family Fun Organizer, all of those are great items for business women to carry their supplies in. So definitely talk to people within your networking groups. And then party swapping with another company. This is great if you're looking to do some Christmas shopping yourself. Whenever possible, I love to shop from other direct sellers as opposed to just giving all my money to Target and Walmart, although I don't go there, or Macy's, wherever. So there's a lot of other direct sellers that feel the same. You could easily find somebody, I'm sure, to party swap with. I know I do often buy my directors gifts for Christmas from other direct sales companies. So that's a great opportunity to party swap with somebody. I'm a big fan of Scentsy. I like to swap with them because their stuff's amazing. So that's always another option, and they're usually pretty easy to find somebody who's willing to do that.
Absolutely. Speaking of the networking groups, I am a part of the Chamber of Commerce in my area. And actually tomorrow night, they are doing their annual women's meeting. So I am going to be at that networking group meeting with 75 other women that are local. And I am stuffing bags. So every person that actually attends is going to get a bag. And in the bag, from me, they're going to get one of our mini catalogs, along with a copy of the monthly specials. So that's just another thing that you can do with these networking groups and things. Just pay attention to what's going on in your community, because sometimes things like that will pop up. It can be a great way for you to be able to get your name out there very easily and very inexpensively, but also to meet other women in business that you can network with. So catalog parties. How many catalog parties are you going to do? Are you going to do a turkey trot or a snowman shuffle or a jingle bell jam? Connect to Facebook. No partying is just a catalog party. So what we mean by that is if you are doing a catalog party, then it needs to have a Facebook connection also. Every single catalog party that you do should be set up on Facebook as well, either with a live party that you do on Facebook or with party posts that'll go over a few days where you're going to share information about products. Those are excellent ways for you to be able to reach women and let them see a little bit more about the products without them just looking through a catalog, because sometimes just that catalog isn't quite enough to really spur their interest. So I think here's where we're going to talk about that turkey trot, isn't it, Beth?
Yeah, and side note, with your Facebook parties, go live. Go live. Go live at least once. Thank you. That's all.
Oh, no, you're good. Absolutely. There's probably more we could talk about that Facebook stuff.
Oh, I could talk about Facebook parties all the live long day, love, but I will not, because that's not our topic tonight.
No, but I am going to show you all my little packet here. Do you see how cute this is? I have got this cute little Hello Fall table topper here, a little note that says thank you gift, and a oven mitt that is a gift for the people that are going to participate in my turkey trot. So here is the entire turkey trot packet. It's the letter to the hostess explaining the turkey trot, along with the information about the prizes that they could win. And I'm going to actually pop that up here on the page and show you that in just a minute. 2, not a ton, because ladies, they're only taking up $100 in orders. 2 of our holiday catalogs, 2 of the monthly special flyers for the month of November, 2 catalogs, and then this is actually the order form for the November special that came out of our back office. I put my label on it and then ran it through the copying machine and made 5 copies of that to give to the guests. So what you're going to do is you are actually looking for just 6 of your customers that are willing to sell just $100. So they don't have to sell a ton to be a turkey trotter. They just need to be able to sell $100. And you and I know that $100 is really only a couple of orders. So let's see, here it is. And I'm going to screen share this with you all so you can see how this works. Let me know when you see it.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
So a turkey trot is really very simple. You are simply looking for 6 of your customers that are willing to sell $100. If they do sell $100 within the time frame that you have allotted for them, then their name is going to go into the selling trot.
I mean, yeah, you just
Typically,
lather up, work, you're done.
I don't know where it's coming from. So anyway, typically with the turkey trot, you're going to have 6 people that are going to sell at least $100. And then you're going to put all of these orders together in order to get the hostess benefits. Then you're going to pull out and draw for these prizes. My turkey trots typically end up being closer to $1,200 because most people end up taking in more than $100 in sales. So
Can you mute people again, please?
I'm trying to figure out how to find it to do it because I have no idea.
Scroll down on the side of the pictures.
Yeah, but I don't see the pictures right now because I've got the screen.
Oh.
I'm trying to find it. Give me just a second.
Well, I don't have controls, so I can't.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Did I do it?
Yep, you're good. Thank you.
Okay, y'all still see my turkey trot page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So you're going to take the sales and put them all together in one party. And now with the auto direct ship, it's going to make it really easy if these people turn these orders into you. I require that all of my turkey trot orders are direct shipped because it's the holidays, y'all, and I do not want to be sorting through, nor do I want my hostesses to be sorting through all of those products. So all the turkey trot is direct shipped. Then all of the hostess benefits come to me. I sort them out, and then I mail out the hostess benefits to the hostesses who have earned them. After they have turned in all of their sales, then I draw from the sales, depending on what the sales are, the different things out of the hostess benefits. So you can have 3 free hostess exclusives, 3 half price items, $50 in free product 3 times and 4 times, and $25 in free product 2 times. The person that turns in the highest sales gets the hostess special for the month absolutely free. I'm going to buy it for her. This particular trot that you see in front of you is for 12 participants. I usually do a 6 participant trot as well, and you just cut down the hostess benefits. So it's completely up to you as to how many trotters you want to work with. But this is a great way for you to be able to get sales very easily during the holiday seasons without having to do a ton of work yourself. You are letting your customers leverage this for you. They are not having a Facebook party set up. They are simply going out and taking in 2 to 3 orders using their catalog packet sets, just like I showed you, and their order forms. And that is how a turkey trot works. That is how a snowman shuffle works. That is how the Jingle Bell Jam works. So you could do a turkey trot in the month of November. You can do a Jingle Jam in the month of December. And then you can do a snowman shuffle in the month of January. And all 3 of those are going to give you extra sales during those months without you having to go out and find them. So how'd I do with that, Beth?
Perfect. And you'll find some people do this just because they want to shop. They're not even going to collect orders. They got $125 worth of stuff they're going to buy. They don't want to host a party, but they'll take advantage of some extra free stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's usually a lot of my turkey trotters are just buying for themselves.
I have people buy for themselves, and last year I had a number of people that ended up with $600 parties on their own. When their turkey trot sales turned into sales of that magnitude, I took them out of the trot and made them hostesses and gave them the entire hostess benefits at those points. But I still gave the turkey trotter with the highest sales of all of them the free hostess exclusive or the hostess special. But it amazed me. I ended up with over $1,500 in sales just from a 6-person turkey trot last year. So a really great way for you to be able to get some sales very easily. But one of the things that I found that really made the difference when I was trying to talk my customers into being turkey trotters was putting the packets together and sharing just a simple picture of the cute little gift that they were going to get. As soon as they saw that they were going to get a gift and it was all bundled together and wrapped up with ribbon, I actually could have taken more people, but I didn't have enough materials together. So that's a really simple way. These cost me $1 each. So for $2, and if they bring in $100 in sales, it's completely worth it. All right, vendor events. How many vendor events are you going to do? How are you going to find them? How will you attract customers to your tables while you're there? And how will you keep them connected to you? Now, y'all, I am not the queen of vendor events. I do 1 vendor event a month, but Beth is the queen of vendor events. So I'm going to let her share with you all about this one.
I don't know if I want that title. I don't want to run that kingdom. Vendor events, I have a love-hate relationship with vendor events. I get a lot of great contacts. I sell a lot of cash and carry, stuff that I've gotten free, stuff that's retired, whatever. But man, some events are duds and there is no getting around it. And you will sit at one for 4 hours one day and sell $25 and really want to hang yourself from a coat rack when you get home. It's ridiculous.
But just pray that you made some good connections with other vendors at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, vendors are your best contacts at a lot of these events. So I would say, I think vendor events are a necessary evil. I'm going to put it that way. And I know that makes me sound really jaded, and I'm not. I do sometimes love them. But they are a great way to get your name out there as, oh, you're the 31 chick. And there are certain events that I've been doing for so long that people come, like, that have bought for me for years that I don't see except at this particular event. And they come and say, what you got this time? All right, girl, I'll hook you up. We can do a party. No, I just want to shop. All right, whatever, that's fine. Shop. So they are a necessary evil for getting your name out there. I would say you probably don't want to do more than 2 or 3 a month at most, because the whole hanging yourself from a coat rack thing that I mentioned before becomes really, really real. It's brutal. Find them Craigslist, find them on Facebook. If you have, and I'm sure you do because we have a bajillion of them here, but the local like online Facebook groups for like Vendor Finder Tampa Bay is one down here. Or like Mom's Network Tampa Bay, stuff like that. You can find them that way. A lot of church daycares, a lot of just independent daycares, a lot of private schools. All those kind of places often have at least 1 or 2 events a year. Get on their lists. You'll find yourself doing one in the fall and one in the spring and becoming their girl. And that is a good thing, because then you do get a lot of the staff and people coming back to you and booking parties and doing fundraisers and doing stuff like that. So for all those reasons, vendor events are still a good thing. You always want to, and we had a whole training on vendor events, so I'm going to keep this short.
Go watch the vendor training.
Go watch the training, but you want to make sure you're setting up an attractive display. Don't sit back there behind your thing on your phone going like this the whole time. I realize Facebook is fascinating, but put it down for a hot minute and speak to the people that are walking by you, because that's the whole reason you're there. You want to make some money and you want to make some connections. Do some kind of little drawing at your table, even if the event itself has a larger drawing, because often events do not share their global contacts that they've gotten. So you want to make sure you are getting contacts physically in your hand when you walk out the door of that event. So do your little door prize drawing slips, give away gift certificates, give away a zipper pouch, whatever you're going to give away. And then you want to contact all those people, put them on your newsletter list, reach out to them and thank them for stopping by your booth. Just make a little red stamp that you can just send out to all these people via text. It's super easy. It does not need to be very time consuming, and offer them some kind of something. Offer them a deal. Say, hey, I'm so sorry you didn't win the drawing at the booth, but I can offer you X if you want to book a party in the next 6 weeks. And you will get some people that will take you up on that, particularly this time of year, because they're all shopping anyway. So maximize that. And if you want to know more, go watch our training on vendor events. It was recorded.
Yes, it was recorded. We'll be happy to share that link with you. I have a page on YouTube that you can find those at as well. But if you need, just let us know. So holiday open houses. The Gift-a-Palooza. If you have not heard about a Gift-a-Palooza, then you need to get on Facebook and just search the topic Gift-a-Palooza. There's actually an entire 31 group out there about doing the Gift-a-Palooza. This is how you can book your parties for your entire spring season. You can do the Gift-a-Palooza format, or you can do a VIP customer event format. It is a great way to be able to book those events. You can do it on Facebook if you can't do it live. I have seen actually a group out there that is just devoted to doing your Gift-a-Palooza on Facebook. It's kind of like Oprah's Favorite Things, and you are sharing with your customers your favorite things and then giving them away to your top customers, but also doing bookings in the process. I don't do a Gift-a-Palooza. I don't think Beth does a Gift-a-Palooza per se. We do VIP customer events. And so, Beth, you want to share a little bit about how you did yours, and I'll share how I did mine?
Yes. I do a VIP customer event every single year in August. That's been going on for years. And that is my top hostesses from the previous 12 months. The number of hostesses varies because sometimes more people make it in, sometimes less, but they all get spoiled like crazy and incentivized to rebook because they want to stay on that VIP list. So that takes place in August. That books up my fall. Then I've actually last year added a hostess celebration to February. So in February, any hostess from the previous 12 months is invited but they don't all get a gift. They're all entered to win gifts. So they get raffle tickets. Whereas my VIP, everybody walks away with something completely free. I'm not selling. I'm not taking orders. I'm not doing any of that. I'm booking and I'm giving them stuff. Hostess celebration in February, because they hosted, they're in a drawing and they can win. And there's still booking bonuses, a booking table of, pick your date, pick a prize. So that's how I'm booking up my spring. So I've got those 2 events roughly 6 months apart to really kind of hook up my whole year with all these people who have been proven hostesses, who knew what the heck they were doing, had a good party, and made it on the list. So it's really a win.
Oh, it's definitely a win. I did my very first successful VIP customer celebration last month. I had tried to do one in January, but our weather here was absolutely horrible, and so I ended up having to cancel it due to snow. So I did it again last month. I invited all of my top customers as well as my top hostesses, and then I ranked them by where they fell, and they each received a gift from me. Everyone that attended got a gift for attending. They got a gift based on my favorite things, so I did it similar to the gift of Palooza, but I went through Mariken's top 10 favorite things. I love to play this game with my customers, How Well Do You Know Your Hostess? So we played How Well Do You Know Your Consultant, and they had a blast. I had a blast. I ended up filling 6 spots to my VIP customer club, which is what I was trying to book for the season. And with my VIP customer club, it's basically 6 months of sales from those ladies. They're agreeing to purchase from me for 6 months. And it was absolutely fabulous. My top hostess walked away with over $150 in products, which all was stuff that was just sitting in my cash and carry. So it was fabulous and very easy for me to do because I was doing it on the fly, and it worked out really well. So those are great ways to celebrate your customers and book your calendars.
Yeah, I would personally rather give away stuff as a booking bonus than sell it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm always going to sell stuff at vendor events, and that's all well and good. But there's so much more return on my investment if I can give it away in exchange for a party.
More sales coming in instead of just one instant sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sending holiday cards, I know that it is October and you're really not thinking about sending holiday cards yet, but I want you to start thinking about that because this is a great way for you to make your customers feel important. How many of you all actually get a card in the mail from another direct sales company? You don't.
I do from friends, direct sales friends, yeah.
Yeah, from the ones of yours that are your friends, but very rare. I've never gotten one from another direct sales company. So I know that it is a great way to set us apart as having excellent customer service. So you don't have to send a Christmas card. You can send a Thanksgiving card, a happy fall card, an early Christmas card, or a New Year's Eve card. I actually send mine out as Happy New Year's cards to my customers so that they're thinking about me in January.
Yeah, I was kicking around this idea today, actually, that I think this year I want to do something around Groundhog's Day instead of doing New Year's, because it's February 2nd. It's still early. You can send it mid-January. But I want to do something like, it's Groundhog's Day. Who needs a Christmas do-over? Did you not get what you wanted? Let me hook you up.
What?
So I came up with that today. Like, it's not all the way thought out yet, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. Can you unmute Janae for a hot second? She wants to comment on that real quick.
I sure can. Let me find her. There's Janae.
My beautiful Nene.
Hi, guys. Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so talking about the holiday cards, I started this 2 years ago, and my customers love it. You guys would be amazed. It makes my heart so happy because I get so many personal messages back from people thanking me for the card, and it's the simplest, easiest thing to do, you guys. I send a card to my hostesses. I don't send it to every single customer because that would be a lot to send out, but I send it to all of my customers from the years past or from this year, and then the year before I did. So for the last 2 years, basically, I send a holiday card for. And what I do is, I know this makes me sound like a cheapskate, but every deal you can make, right? I go to Walmart or Target after the holidays are over, and I buy and stock up on holiday cards. And then at the end of each party, I literally address my card to my hostess. And then I put them all in a file. And then at the end of the year, all I have to do is put stamps on them and send them out the door. So makes it really simple to do it, because otherwise it gets kind of overwhelming when you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm doing 50 million and two other things at the end of the year. And now I have to send out 50 cards or 25 cards, and, hand write all of them and all that. So it just makes it easier to spread it out throughout the year. And you get yourself a really good deal on some really cute cards at the end of the holidays when everyone's done mailing theirs too. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. It wasn't my idea. I wish I could say it was my brilliant idea. I got it from somebody else 2 years ago. And I will do it every year because it does. It totally makes my heart happy to hear these girls that just so appreciate it after they get it. So if you're not doing it, go out and do it.
That's awesome. I love the idea of leveraging your time and finishing, go ahead and filling that out right after the party's over. That is really smart. Thank you so much for sharing that, Janae.
Welcome.
Nene's so smart.
Yeah.
Okay, now mute because I
we got her muted right in the middle of the sentence. Sorry about that. All right. So how to book into your new year. Offer booking gifts. And this is something that Beth and I were just talking about earlier. Beth is really good at coming up with really great ideas. It's one of the reasons I love hanging out with her. But take those products that we have in our cash and carry and setting them out and offering them up to your customers for bookings. Recently, I have seen a whole lot of the gift bag booking program that has been going around. So it's essentially exactly the same thing. You can take the products and do it as a Facebook event, set out all of these products. The first person that says that they're going to book a party and pick a date, you tell me which one of these you want, and I'm going to put your name on it. You can do it at a vendor event with any of the cash and carry that you have. They pick an item, and when they hold their party, they get that item. So offering booking gifts, offering some reason for them to want to book a party. So if your calendar isn't full, look at your cash and carry and see what you have. Say you only want to book 4 parties, pick 4 things out of your cash and carry that you're willing to give away for a party, and try it and see what happens. Fundraisers. Next month, the month of November, is an amazing time to offer a fundraiser with the medium utility totes coming up for sale. So I actually got a message earlier today from one of my ladies that does my newsletter, and she is putting together a fundraiser packet for the medium utility totes. So I will be sharing that with you all so that you can use that. That's for our team only. So Beth and me, don't go giving it to everybody in the world. But doing fundraisers with that medium utility tote will be a great opportunity for you to get some more sales next month. Let's see, January, the last chance to get your fall items. You know that they are going to be being discontinued because the new catalog will be coming out. So it'll be their last chance to get those items before they're gone. So leverage that. These items are retiring. You need to finish doing your collection and make sure you have everything you need. Something that's not on here that I want you to be thinking about is every year right after Christmas, 31 has been doing an outlet sale. Be prepared for that, ladies. Know that it's coming. Know how you're going to handle that with your customers. Are you going to send out a message to every single customer? Are you just going to post it on your customer group? Are you going to send out an email? How are you going to handle that so that it does not interfere with your time with your family over the holidays? Look in advance to those things and go ahead and put a plan in place for yourself now so that you won't be caught going, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that 31 is having a sale like this and it's the day after Christmas and I just want to spend time with my family, right?
Yeah, and I will say Janae usually kicks butt at the outlet sale, but she busts her tail to make it happen. This girl is working. and it's awesome, and she does amazing. And so you need to decide for you, do you want to do that? Because she'll get like what, 1,500 in sales, sometimes a couple thousand in sales, whatever the case may be.
Hey, you're unmuted.
You're unmuted. Tell us today.
Last year I had, I think it was 2,200, 22, almost 2,300. I think it was 22,500 last year. And I work my ass off, and it makes me tired, really tired to even think about it at this point. But it's so worth it.
Right. When the paycheck comes.
Remember sales just from that outlet, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
That's something to keep in mind, ladies. I mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beth.
You bet.
Again.
I can't tell. There we go. Now I'm on me. I just said thank you, Beth, for saying that I do well. I really do work my butt off for that sale, but it's huge. I don't want to say easy sales, but it's something that you are kind of guaranteed every year, so you can think out how you do it. I think this year is going to be a whole new ball game for us because you can put it on a party and direct ship it.
Right.
So I think that's up so many more doors for us this year. So I'm super excited for it.
Yes.
Even though I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, Janae is amazing. She makes me feel lazy with the outlet sale every year because she's like, no, you do. Because I will admit, I'm not very good about promoting it. I'm like, y'all, there's an outlet sale. Go take a look. Have fun. Shop. But I'm not, I can't. It's too much. It makes my brain hurt just thinking about it. But kudos to Janae because she's freaking amazing.
I'm reading through the notes. Did we miss any, Beth, that someone asked?
No, I was just doing that.
Yes. So what is the outlet sale? So Mickey, right after Christmas or at different times during the year, 31 will do an outlet sale where they sell product that has been discontinued, retired, at a discount. Sometimes it's up to 70% or 75% off. So I see where Beth has been answering that. You're awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is an amazing time for your customers. I mean, it's after Christmas. Everything's on sale. So 31 needs to have a sale too. But they do that throughout the year. And
yeah. Typically like twice a year lately, I feel like it's been.
Yes.
Definitely. It's usually like December 27th-ish for a couple days. So I would expect it to be around the same time this year. We've not had absolute confirmation of that, but it's usually just after Christmas.
Another thing that I wanted to share with you all, I was looking through my seasonal files. I keep files for every single season. And so I was looking through my seasonal files and I saw the 12 days of Christmas. This is something awesome that you can start I would say right at the end of November, like November 29th, 30th, and do your 12 days of Christmas, offering a discounted item every single day for 12 days leading up to December 11th. This is another in your customer group. But there's just so many different ideas out there. It doesn't have to all be home parties, but it is a matter of you putting a plan in place so that you can honor your family and your time with them. I'm going to unmute everybody now so that if you have questions you can ask because we know that this is a crazy busy time of year and we want you all to be able to ask any questions that you have.
Hey guys, can I jump in for one quick second in regards to the 12 days of Christmas? Christina's creations, I don't know if you guys are all on her page or not, but she has already posted 12 days graphics. So they're great. They look great. They're great specials. So if you're looking for something, you watermark them or put a border on so that we don't all end up in Facebook trail. But otherwise, it's a great group if you're not in it. Beth, I just saw a comment pop. If somebody could
put the name of it,
would be great. It's a group with great graphics.
I saw where she had posted it. On our team page, you'll notice that up at the top now, groups that we recommend. Is one of the groups that's recommended on our team page. So I agree. If you don't mind muting the football game or muting yourself, we would appreciate that because it's making us hard to hear other people that might have questions. Anyone else have any questions or have something that they would love to share that's worked really well for them? All right. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Beth, was there anything else that you had to add?
No, I think that about covers it. As always, feel free to ask questions on our team pages if you want like clarification on anything we covered tonight, anything like that. Marikan is recording. This recording will go up on the team pages as well. So if you are catching this in the replay and have questions, please feel free to ask them.
All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you for our Move, Motivate, and Happen.
Join me.
Make it happen next month. I believe we're actually merging our Move, Motivate,
I suppose I'm not either.
and our Backstage Pass training call into one call.
Yeah, I guess none of us are perfect.
Because
I feel like a jerk.
forward to seeing you the second.
I think we owe you an
I have
apology.
no idea who it is, so
It's Crystal, I think, because her screen keeps
None of
lighting.
us are perfect.
Crystal, can you mute for us? Thank you, love.
I muted.
Okay, perfect.
Night.
Yeah. You guys have a great night. If you have questions, let us know. We'll talk to you later. Mwah.
Bye.